Hello, friends. Good evening. Good evening, my dear parents. A warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to another episode of Web Talk Show. I'm your host, Purva, the founder and director of Teachers and Trainers Networking Community. So, let me tell you more about myself. I am a skill educator, entrepreneur, and an event organizer. I run two big communities, that is the Teachers and Trainers Networking Community, and the other one is Indian Women Networking. So this community is all about networking with women all over India, and we have this community works for the empowerment of homemakers, home managers, telecommunicators, and professionals. So, the Web Talk Show. I just want you to tell about what is the Web Talk Show. Web Talk Show is a show where we bring guest speakers from all walks of life with their experiences, inspiring stories, success stories, their professional advices, social activities, and many more. So, in Web Talk Show, where you get a chance to be known, recognized, and admired by your viewers. So, if you wish to come on this platform to talk about yourself, about your profession, your brand, inspiring stories, any social activities, and want to share some knowledge with others, then do connect with us. We are here with you to connect to your audience. So let's begin our show. So today we have with us our guest speaker Aparna More. So let me connect with Aparna. Yeah, hi Aparna. Hi
Namaste. Good
Aparna, how
evening
are
to all.
you?
I'm doing good, Purva. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me on this platform. Much appreciated.
So let me introduce Aparna to you all. So Aparna is an holistic healer and a kids yoga expert. She has been practicing yoga for last 7 years and teaching and living yoga for more than 6 years. So she is a certified aerial fitness teacher from World Yoga Alliance. She is certified Reiki trainer. She has done her Ayurvedic and naturopathy during this lockdown to contribute more towards the knowledge with yoga. She is a brand ambassador for Kids Yoga from US. Being an yoga ambassador, she was able to spread the beauty and magic of yoga at UK, Malaysia, and Myanmar. She is certified chakra healer, conduct chakra meditation and yoga nidra sessions across Mumbai. She has been facilitated with Mrs. Glamour in 2019 and many more awards. So, Aparna, you have been a certified Vipassana meditation also. So you are doing practicing that also as well. And she is an pre and postal natal practitioner plus kids yoga, and she makes the cancer survivors more fitter with her yoga. So welcome Aparna to our show. This was Aparna's introduction. So Aparna, now I just want to start before the starting the session. I just want to know ki, since the yoga has been originated from India, right? So as you keep traveling across the world to spread the magic, yoga magic. So how is the approach of all these yoga? How is the approach towards yoga from various continents?
Yeah, so I have been fortunate to visit different countries and spread this beauty and magic of yoga. And as you rightly said, Purva, we are blessed that we are from the origin of world yoga. So it's such a nice thing to be actually born here. And now when I travel to various countries, the people over there are so open and receptive to the various yogic philosophies, the breathing techniques, even the mantra chants. Now when they chant mantra, they wouldn't actually understand the gist of the mantra initially, or they may not be able to even pronounce the mantra rightly, like our Gayatri mantra, Mahamrityunjay mantra. but then they are always been open, and they start with whatever way they can, and then slowly they start getting the hang of it. So it's a really a wonderful feeling, and people are so open for these yogic practices and philosophies.
So according to what is the most important aspect of being healthier?
Okay, now here I would like to say the most important aspect would be the emotional and mental health, because whatever is within your mind, it reflects on your body. So, like, there are different koshas in our body, different sheets in our body. So, first is the physical body, or the Annamaya kosh, which we see, like, which we eat, and we actually develop that body. The second is the Pranamaya kosh, wherein, the breathing takes place. The third is the Manomaya kosh, where all our thoughts and emotions reside. Now, this Manomaya kosh is very important kosh, because everything starts with a thought, and then if we keep on thinking and just getting into a negativity, the same actually reflects on your physical health. Okay, so the most important aspect would be to strengthen your emotional and mental health, so that it reflects positively and healthily on your physical body.
एग्जैक्टली सो जो कहते हैं ना कि मन चंगा तो तन चंगा वाली बात हो जाती है इसमें, करेक्ट?
Perfect. One liner में perfectly you explained.
So as I see, I just went through your this thing. So you did about Vipassana meditation. Can you tell about what is this Vipassana meditation?
So, if you take the word vipassana, it means insightful. That is going within yourself to understand yourself. Okay, and it's more like an introspection. So, basically, you observe your breath, your inhalation and exhalation breath. Whatever thoughts come to your mind, you just observe it as a passive person, as a third person. You don't get engaged in that thought. Okay, you just allow that thought to pass. Okay, so when you do that, and when you focus only on your breathing, okay, then there's a sense of that peacefulness and acceptance within yourself, that whatever happens, in your life, it's always you and you. Okay, so you have to take care of yourself, you have to control, and then accordingly it will be reflected outside. Okay, now, because in Vipassana meditation, what is done is, it's a 11 days course, where in 10 days you are completely in Maun Vrat. You're not talking to anyone, you're disconnected from the world. Okay, and out of 24 hours, 15 hours, you are just meditating, doing nothing. Okay, so when you do that, you start understanding yourself more clearly. Like, I would like to share my experience, Purva, and all of them. So when I came out of this program, I actually, the entire my entire life ran as a film in front of me, and the situations where I have wronged anyone, I have hurt anyone, all those things came into that film, and
So
I
you
actually,
self-inspect, yeah, you come to know yourself, more of yourself, like
absolutely.
what you are doing. You just go through your film, like the whole life of yours, and come to know about yourself. Correct.
Exactly. And then you ask for forgiveness from these people, and then you are totally set free. That's such a wonderful feeling. So that's an important aspect of Vipassana meditation.
Right. So, one more question regarding this. You've been a certified chakra healer, right? So, can you tell about what is the significance of chakra in our life?
Okay. Now there are n number of chakras in the body, but we focus on seven main chakras, because in this
Yeah.
position of the chakras, there's a maximum concentration of our prana, or the life energy, what we call. Okay. Now each chakra corresponds to the physical, emotional, and mental aspect of your life.
Correct.
So if you can control the emotional and mental aspect, the physical aspect will automatically be taken care. Okay? So the chakra meditation, when you do that, what do? You actually open up the chakras, you balance those chakras, you make them active. And accordingly, the life energy that flows through the body is all pure, and it's entirely balanced. So this is the
So,
most important aspect actually.
So the seven chakras should be balanced while the person is meditating, or they should balance them and then meditate. What you
No, no.
suggest?
So the meditation process is for balancing the chakras, because out of seven chakras, some of them may be balanced, some will be totally off the balance. Okay. So
Okay.
when you start doing it, you actually start balancing each and every chakra. It's
Okay.
like,
So by the second way, if I want to say, तो आप अगर मेडिटेशन करते तो आप अपनी चक्रास को बैलेंस करते, जहाँ चक्रास बैलेंस होते तो योर लाइफ आल्सो start balancing, like you don't end up with some or the kind of a disease or something, right?
exactly. And you balance your emotions, which is the most important aspect, because then your mental and emotional balance is perfectly balanced.
Exactly. So, Aparna, I want to ask you something regarding this. Like in this pandemic situation, when people are not moving out, they are at the home and they can't go for walks or gym. So, how they can keep themselves fitter in this by staying at home?
Yeah, so I mean, the last 1 year, people have realized the importance of being healthy. That's what this pandemic has taught us. Okay. Now, many of them actually, they do physical exercises where they go to gym or they do running, jogging, or even walking. But now, with the current restrictions being imposed from this week itself, it's becoming difficult to get into that mode of exercise if you have been used to that. Okay.
Exactly.
But I will be showing you few of the movements and the breathing techniques. Okay. And the focus over here will be working on the lymphatic system. Okay. Now,
Absolutely.
lymphatic system, it's the immune system. It's the part of the immune system. And immunity again is the most talked word since last 1 year. Okay. So when I will be demonstrating these movements, we will be actually working and balancing this lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is basically responsible for removing the toxins from the body, helping in detoxification, strengthening every organ, and making the body entirely physically fit. And
Correct.
definitely the breathing techniques works on your mental and emotional aspect. Okay.
So, can
So
you guide us
yeah,
with few of the steps so they can
sure.
just follow them and be healthier?
Sure, sure. These are very simple movements, and everyone, irrespective of age, can do it. Even the senior citizens can do it, because we are not getting into a pranayam. Pranayam is an advanced stage. We are just doing some basic breathing exercises. Okay,
Okay,
so don't
that's
worry.
fine.
People, all the people can do it easily. Only senior citizens, if they are not able to sit down, they can sit on a chair and do this exercises or movements. Okay. And as Purva has aptly named this, head to toe rejuvenation. So
Yes,
I will start from head and we will go through each and every part of the body. So
absolutely.
now when we are working on this, there are certain points in our body which are called marma points, where the saturation of our life energy is maximum. So when we work on lymphatic system, we focus on this marma points or the lymphatic nodes. जिसे हम scientific term we use it as a lymphatic nodes. So we will start first from head. So a
Sure.
very simple movement. Yeah. So okay, just in between the eyebrows, you can just put your palm, center of the palm, and one arm behind and just press it. Okay, you can just press it 5 to 10 times. So it's like inhale, exhale, relax. Inhale, exhale. So this was front and back movement for the head. Similarly, we can do it from the side. So it's like, now whenever you're doing it, take care that your elbows or shoulders don't droop down. Always open your chest and shoulder muscles. Okay. So again, here inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now every movement that I show it to you, please coordinate with the breathing so that it gives you an
So
added
breathing
advantage.
is an important point where they have to breathe in, breathe out while doing these, following these exercises. And
Right.
please mention that when they have to breathe in and when they have to leave the, yeah.
Okay, so here when you breathe in and press it, breathe out, you release. Similarly, breathe in, press in, breathe out, release. Okay, so that ensures the maximum flow of oxygen to your body. And as you exhale, the expelling of stale carbon dioxide from the body. So that
Yes.
was head part. Now the other major lymph nodes are around your eyes. Okay. So for that, you form a C. Okay. The index finger, you keep it on your eyebrows. The thumb, you keep it on your cheeks. And then what you're doing is, now again, see, don't droop it. Open your chest and shoulder muscles. You're pulling up as well as you're pulling down. You're closing your eyes. And now here, just normal breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay. The normal breathing, that's what you need to do.
So how many times do we have to repeat this one?
10 to 15 times you can easily do it. Okay. So maybe
Yep.
for first you start with 10 or 15 counts and slowly you keep on increasing it. Okay.
Right.
Now when you do this, what happens is the air sockets are actually, they are being worked upon. And because of that, the eye muscles surrounding the eyes are strengthened. Okay. It
As
also
now in this pandemic period, many
exactly
of them are online, offline. They are not working offline. Most of them are
exactly
sitting on laptops, mobile, and all. So this
right.
is the best one for the eyes. So guys, do
Absolutely.
remember this one. This is a beneficial one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Then we come to ears. Okay. Now ears. Okay. In the middle of the ears, you just hold your ears, and then the way we do the cycling. Okay. Just move it 10 times like this, and 10 times opposite direction. Now again here it's normal breathing. Inhale, exhale.
So going anti-clockwise, clockwise, both the sides.
Yes, yes. And there are maximum lymph nodes at the back of your ears. See the punishment that we used to get during our school times. There was so much of intelligence and thoughtfulness in that activities. We didn't realize it that time. Now that we are understanding all these things, it's really so much of thoughtfulness has gone into all those things basically.
That
Now
time
next,
the teachers used to punish, just hold your ears and stand out. No, this was the right thing.
exactly, I know. So that's taken care of your ears. Then we come to shoulders. Now in shoulders, the movement is you open up your palms. You inhale, okay? Again, do it 15 to 20 counts or even 10 to 15 counts. Okay, now again, when you do it, open it nicely. Okay, because there are many lymph nodes around your armpits area. Okay, and which is not actually very the neglected part of the body, but then there's so much of life energy in that part. So when you do it, open it nicely and then do. Okay. Again, coordinate with your breathing. Inhale up, exhale out.
So down.
Okay. So that takes care of your shoulder area. Then we come to the chest area, wherein we form a Namaskar Mudra. Now, when you form a Namaskar Mudra, don't overlap. Many of them have a habit of overlapping these thumbs. Okay, don't overlap. Keep it straight.
Yeah. So it should
Okay.
be like in a joint position rather
Yes,
than just
fine.
overlapping it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's how you actually activate all the nodes. And there's so
Correct.
much of energy within our palms. Okay. Now for the chest, again, it's simple. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Again, here, open it nicely, wider, take it back as much as you can so that you are also working on your side muscles. Okay. So, inhale, exhale may open, inhale. This again, you can do it 15 to 20 counts. Okay, the counts remain same. You can keep on increasing as you consistently do. Next, we come to our abdominal area. Now, for abdominal area, you can hold the palms like this, wherein you can just touch your fingers. Okay, and then you inhale. I'm inflating. Exhale in. Inhale. Exhale. Like we blow air in the balloon, same
Yes.
way you can do this. And this is also a very effective remedy for insomnia. So people who don't get sleep at night, when they lie down on the bed, they can just keep hands on their abdomen and do this breathing 15 to 20 times, you will start feeling that you start getting the yawns. Okay.
Okay.
Because, yeah, so it's a very nice and simple technique which you can keep doing it and you will see the results.
Correct. The elderly people can sit on the chair and they can do aram se. It's
Yeah,
not
they
like
can.
they have to just stand or something. You can sit aram
Right.
se and do all these exercises at one place. Sure.
Exactly. They can, yeah, do it. The next is the pelvic area where there is a maximum saturation of lymph nodes. So for that, what you do is you join your toes. Okay. This is the butterfly pose. Okay. So the children may be able to relate to it more easily. And you just flap your legs. You touch your toes and you just flap your legs. Again, normal breathing here. And again, 15 to 20 counts. Now,
Okay.
people who are sitting on the chair and they want to do it, they can just, they're sitting like this, they can just keep one leg on the other leg is down, and they can just do it like this, or just like this. Even this is. Okay? If bending the knee to that extreme position is difficult, you can just do
So
this
they
up and
can
down,
keep, huh? Right. That's fine.
and then change and do it with the other leg. So that was the pelvic area. And the last area is our lower body, the legs. Okay. For that, you can stand up and you come on your toes and then down. You come on the toes and then down. Okay. Toes down. Okay. So
So
this is
like
again a simple
inhaling,
thing.
exhaling, they have to be particular while standing on the toes. They can inhale and
Yes. So
exhale while
inhale
coming down.
down. Yes, exactly. So that can be done. Now, senior citizens who are doing it, you take the support of the wall, okay, or the chair, and you can just come up and down.
Okay. So this will
Okay.
help with the calf muscles also.
Absolutely. You got a very nice point, Purva. Calf muscles are the most neglected part of the body. And it's the most important part of the body because from lower body, calf muscles are the only muscles that actually pump the blood to the heart for the purification. Okay? So it does a major work of providing the blood upwards for purification. So when you do this, you also work on your calf muscles.
Okay.
So that's the
So this
most
is an
important.
important exercise for those who are looking for their calf muscles, strengthening of their calf muscles, or they are not able to walk for a long time. They can do this
Right.
one.
Yes, absolutely. They can do it. Right.
Thank you, Aparna, for showing us such a good exercises which can keep them overall fit for like until the lockdown is there. So,
Right.
lastly, I would ask you one important question: that what is the most important pillars of an good health, a good health?
Okay, this is really a nice question, Purva. Basically, when we talk about the pillars, I would like to name four pillars. Okay. The first is the sleep, which is the most important but very undervalued thing. And especially in this lockdown, we have seen many people, just staying up late till night and then getting up late the next morning. But then
Exactly.
sleep is the time when your body gets that rest, your muscles are completely relaxed, and doing it at the right time. Okay, not like, sleeping at 11, 12, 30, and then getting up at 9. No, that's not the ideal time for the sleep. By 10, 10:30, you should be on the bed and then try to get up as early as you can. Okay. So sleep is definitely the most important aspect. Next pillar is the food. Now we all have heard that,
So,
uh,
at
uh,
least 8 hours of sleep is must for the students, and
yes,
6 to 7 hours for the adults, as it's an ideal time they should have that much of sleep and rest.
exactly, exactly. Then you feel fresh and you feel, refreshed and rejuvenated.
Absolutely.
So yeah, exactly. Moving to the second pillar, it's the food. Now we all have heard that, food or I won't call it as diet. It's the food or nutrition forms to 70 to 80%, and 20 to 30% is exercise.
Absolutely.
So eating a balanced meal, having the meals on time, and mindfulness eating. So when you are eating, not checking the phone or watching TV, but looking at the food, expressing the gratitude, and then eating it, and then see how
So
beautifully
exactly
you have.
what you are eating. The kids,
Yes,
I've seen few of my friends' kids, even my son. These people watch TV and eat food. So it's
right,
like they
right.
should be into what they are eating. That also makes a difference. While eating,
Absolutely.
should concentrate on what you are eating.
Eating, right, right. That's so very important actually. To feel the texture, feel the taste when you put it in the mouth. So all these things are very important.
Thank you, Aparna. This
Yeah.
was a wonderful session. Now that we have come to the end of the interview, I would love to give a warm thanks to Aparna Mori for being a part of the show. We extremely enjoyed the session. It was like extremely, we enjoyed the workouts, the exercises which you showed, and we look forward for more and more connects through this platform. So it was our pleasure to have you over. Thank you for your time. So hope you enjoyed with us.
Thank you. Yes, I had a great time, and thank you, Purva, for giving me this opportunity. You've been doing a wonderful job, and more power to you and all the various teams that you handled, basically.
Thank you, Aparna. So,
Yeah.
viewers, don't miss to join us tomorrow with Khushi. We are talking about how to engage our kids in the vacation, how to make them more fruitful and not reach the boredom. So, do join our session tomorrow. Thank you, Aparna.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
viewers.
Yeah.